Hello guys, this will be a video on the December 10th 11 game NBA slate. So there's a lot of injuries, there's going to be a lot of value, a lot of chalk plays, and so this is going to be another stars and scrubs slate. First thing that I gotta mention is obviously John Wall's doubtful. If he's gonna miss, everyone's gonna be going for those Wizards players. Obviously Brad Beal, Satoransky, Rivers, Oubre, those type of guys. But there's a lot of value where I would say that you can actually go on a different route, especially in GPPs, to just differentiate yourself. And I'll talk more about that at each position when we do get to those value spots. So at point guard, I think first guy that deserves a mention is Drew Holiday. Um, I'll probably be playing him only though if Anthony Davis misses, just because he's in like kind of a 8K range where I kind of want to go up or just really go all the way down, because it is a stars and scrub slate. But if AD's out, definitely I will want some Drew Holiday. He's gonna have to carry the offense with Randall. So Drew, even though they do play Boston, it's a tough matchup. We know where the ball's gonna go. Just gonna be in Drew's hands, and 8K definitely can go over 40 for 5x. Next point guard, Reggie Jackson, just because Ish Smith and some of these other guards are out on the Pistons. So at 5K, even though he's going to be away against Philly, Philly has been struggling against guarding opposing point guards. So at 5K, he needs 25 for cash games. He's been hitting over 25, 30, close to 40. And with just really no other point guard on the team right now, he has to do a whole lot, and he's probably going to get a lot of minutes. He only played 26 today, so on a back-to-back, he should be still, pretty well condition. He's probably going to play over 30 if the game's close. Next, JJ Barea, 4,800. Dennis Smith Jr. has already been ruled out. Barea, his minutes have been a little bit down, but we know that what he can do in limited minutes. He gets a lot of DraftKings points in the playing time that he does get, and without Dennis Smith Jr. against Orlando, this is a good matchup for Barea against Orlando, since Dallas, they're going to be playing at home. Barea plays a lot better at home, and when Barea is hot, he's going to get some additional minutes, as we've seen against like the Clippers, 27 minutes. And if he does get that kind of minutes, he's going to get over 30, and 30 DraftKings points at 4.8K is excellent. Next, Corey Joseph, 4,400. Not going to be really popular, but I just think he deserves a mention. He gets minutes whether it's a blowout or not, so he's a pretty safe option. You know where you're going to get 25 plus minutes out of him, and usually he's going to return value. Next, chalk play, Satoransky, 4,200. He should be able to get value if John Wall were to miss, and he did play 30 minutes last time. He'll probably play some where around that again, probably a little bit less, but 36.5 last time. I think this matchup is a lot tougher though. And it's a lot slower pace of a game, so you do have to just kind of like tone down your expectations for all these Wizards players. So Satoransky, he only needs like 21 DraftKings points, so he probably should be able to get there. Probably gets you like 25 to 30 maybe, but Indiana, their defense is pretty solid. They play slow, and Washington's going to be away. Washington's been struggling. And so this isn't that great of a spot as we all think it is. I don't think you can stack all the Wizards confidently this time around. And next, again, another Wizards play, Austin Rivers. I'd rather play Satoransky for 200 more, or go all the way down to Monte Morris. We'll talk about soon. But Rivers 4K. He last time played 34 minutes. He didn't shoot the ball well, 3 for 12, and he did get you 27.8, but he's probably not going to get you 7 rebounds, 7 assists again. So probably, 27 DraftKings points, probably about right where he is. Probably 30-point ceiling maybe. But I'd rather just play Satoransky. Next, Monte Morris, 3,600. If Jamal Murray were to miss this, to me, I might play Morris over Satoransky, knowing that Satoransky is going to be chalk. And the Morris, 3,600, this is just an excellent price. He's been over 4K, and that's with Murray in. Now we get Morris, at home. Memphis, yeah, slow pace, but more minutes, more usage. a lot of players, a lot of stars are out. Morris, he's going to be the second, third, fourth option. Jokic, Hernan Gomez, Lyles, Morris. And he's going to get, a lot of opportunity. He can contribute in other categories. He rebounds, assists, gets a lot of steals, and he rarely ever turns the ball over. So, Monte Morris, good value play. And then if you're really digging at the bottom, Jalen Brunson, Dennis Smith is out. Brunson, he's only 3,400. It's going to get, pretty solid minutes. And he's a good defender, so he can definitely contribute to your team in that way. And he should be able to get value, but on this slate, you probably need a little bit more than just value. So I'd probably rather play like Monte Morris if Murray would miss. Next, shooting guard, Bradley Beal, very chalky. 8,400 is not bad for the role that he will have if John Wall would miss, and this is going to be very popular. So in GPPs, I think you can definitely fade him because there's really two other plays at this position where I think they're going to be way lower owned than they should be. But Bradley Beal, last time he hit like 50, 58, and he played 42 minutes still. But again, Atlanta, fast pace, horrible defense. He can definitely put up, like a 40 real points game. But in this matchup, it's going to be tough for him. And knowing that he's going to be the main guy, Pacers, they have a solid defense again. And, Beal, he's going to have to get you 45, a little bit less than 45 for 5x. But, for a tournament, for this kind of slate where you have a lot of value, a lot to choose from, you're going to have to pick your spots and you got to have to hit them. Beal's going to be very chalky and he might miss. He needs to do a whole lot, so I think you can definitely fade him because he is so chalky. Next, Zach LaVine. 7,400, Sacramento, one of the fastest paced teams. LaVine, the Chicago Bulls, they were embarrassed at home last game. They're going to be at home again this time around. LaVine's price is down. Pretty much all the Bull stars prices are down this time because of the blowout. They didn't play a whole lot. Most of them played less than 20 minutes. His price is at 7,400. Cheapest it's been, since the last month. And now 7,400, he needs to get you 37 for value. He can definitely have like a 30 real life points game. He can get you like 50 DraftKings points. And so this is really solid for a game that should be pretty high scoring. Next, this play I like even more than Zach LaVine, Donovan Mitchell. 7K is extremely low for Mitchell, and it's a back-to-back for Utah, but they're only traveling from San Antonio to OKC, which isn't that far. And Mitchell, he looked excellent this game. After I think he struggled in the first quarter, but later on, second half, he was really turning it on. He was knocking down all his shots, and he played really great. And it's back-to-back. He should probably be, pretty like hyped up for this game because it is against OKC, and which is what happened with these two teams' history from last year in the postseason. Mitchell played great against them. They've seen each other a lot. It really doesn't matter who OKC throws at them, but throws at him. And OKC, they've struggled against opposing shooting guards, and Mitchell is an excellent spot, pretty good price, and he looked great today. So I think he can definitely stay hot. He only needs to get you 35. I think he can definitely get you like 40, maybe even 50. He has that kind of upside, and so I really like Mitchell today. Next, I think we're gonna go down to value. Alec Burks, he's up to 40 or 4,700. Alec Burks. So he, regardless if it's a blowout or not, whether the Bucks do blow them out, Burks is probably gonna play 30 plus minutes. And Jordan Clarkson is actually questionable, so that might actually help Burks even more. He doesn't need, he'll do more than just score the ball. He'll rebound, he'll assist, he'll get some steals. He can shoot, and he only needs to get you like 25, and he's been getting you more than 25, more than enough. If he gets you like 46.8, that's 10x. This is excellent. I'll try to play Burks He's just a great value play, and especially if people are going to be on Satoransky, Beal, Burks might be lower owned, especially with that price hike. Next, Malik Beasley. If Jamal Murray is out, Beasley, he shoots a lot. He's not as well-rounded as Monte Morris, obviously, because Morris is the point guard. He'll handle the ball more, but Morris, he shoots a lot. He takes a lot of threes, and these Nuggets, they're really injury-riddled right now, and they really need other players outside of Jokic to score the ball, especially with Jokic against Marcus Gasol. Tough matchup for Jokic. So Beasley, he might have to step up, probably play, half the game at least. Next, Langston Galloway, another play that, just bottom of the barrel. He played a lot of minutes today. He had an excellent game, back-to-back. But Galloway, the Pistons, they just have a lot of injuries at the shooting guard and small forward position right now. No backup point guard, so Galloway, he's getting the opportunity. Probably not going to take that many shots, but 3,300 only. Doesn't need to get you a whole lot. Next, we'll move on to small forward. Small forward, Otto Porter. Just again, Wizards chalk, Wizards value, I guess you can call it. But 6,100, this is a good spot. Just value wise, not like matchup wise though, because this is a tough matchup. Again, don't need to go into that again. But he's 6,100, not bad of a price for him, especially a Wall, probably out. Just another Wizards play that you can definitely go to. Got 42.8 last time without Wall. Definitely, not out of the question for him to get a 40 again, but just I wouldn't be surprised if he were to get even, maybe 30 or under that and not hit value. Next, Justice Winslow. For me, I think Winslow's going to be a bit chalky today, since just how well he's played recently and the minutes he's been getting, but Goran Dragic will be most likely returning for this game, so ball handling will be in Dragic's hands, even though Winslow comes off the bench. Tyler Johnson might be playing. He's questionable, but if he's in, that's going to, take away a little bit of the ball handling duties from Winslow again. And Josh Richardson's questionable, so if Richardson or Tyler Johnson were to play, I probably don't want Winslow. But Winslow is still very cheap at 4,800. He has the upside. He does a whole lot on the court. And I definitely will have some if Richardson and Tyler Johnson were to miss. But Dragic is back, so probably don't expect to have another 43 or 46 point DraftKings game. Next, Juancho Hernangomez. His price is a little bit up, but he got massive minutes. He gets a lot of rebounds. He'll slide over the power forward position when they make the subs, and he definitely scored the ball. He got 12 shots. Pretty good expectation for Hernangomez to get you, 30 DraftKings points, and at 30, that's going to be excellent at this price. So Hernangomez, with the $400 price increase, I still really like in this spot. Next, Kelly Oubre. 4,500. Probably the next guy that I'd go to, aside from Satoransky. I think Satoransky might be the best of the Wizards value plays. And then probably Oubre, Porter, and then Beal, just because of the price. And Oubre probably does play like 30 minutes, maybe not. Somehow only got 25 last time when Wall missed, but 4,500, if he gives you 31.3, excellent. And then now we'll move on to power forward. First guy I'll mention, Anthony Davis. He did exit today's game, but he did return with a hip injury. But it's a back-to-back. AD might miss this game. We don't know. We'll have to check later on, but again, if AD misses, we all know what to do. Julius Randle, just lock him in. Sure, this game might be a blowout. Boston's pretty well rested. Boston blew out, Chicago last time. All the stars are well rested, but Randle, he's been a monster recently. He's going to get you 35 minutes, and he's going to get you 40, 50. He has 60-point upside. This guy's such a beast at 7,100. It doesn't really matter, and especially if Boston, Horford, Baines miss, there's really nobody that can cover Randle. Daniel Tice, I know that he won like Defensive Player of the Year when he played in Europe, like Germany or somewhere, but this is the NBA. Daniel Tice is undersized. Randle, he's just gonna, he's a bully, and without AD, Randall's just going to be an excellent play, and it's going to be chalk. So 80 misses, you just lock in Randall. And then if 80 misses, Nikola Mirotic, 6,500. He's cheap now for what he's been priced at this whole season. He's going to have to play, 30 plus minutes, probably like 34, 35 if this game does stay close. Excellent shooter. He'll rebound the ball, get blocks and steals, just, a little bit of everything. Excellent shooter. So 6,500 matchup, yeah, people want to stay away, but really, 80's out. You probably want Drew, Mirotic, and Randall in your lineups. Next power forward, Lauri Markkanen. This is an excellent game. Again, should be high scoring. Sacramento, Chicago, they don't really play that great of a defense. They both play, decently fast, especially Sacramento. Markkanen, he's looked excellent since returning from his elbow injury. Sacramento's pretty weak against power forwards, pretty weak against really a lot of positions, but Markkanen, for him, he should play like 30 plus minutes if this game stays close. He can get you a double-double. He plays defense. He's a good scorer. He takes a lot of shots. So Markkanen 6,300, pretty solid play. Next, GPP play only, Jaren Jackson Jr. This guy against Denver, especially with Marc Gasol against Jokic, Denver has allowed a decent amount of points to power forwards. And now with Paul Millsap out, Trey Lyles is definitely a worse defender than Millsap. And Jaren Jackson, very athletic. Lyles isn't a guy that's going to be, bullying in the post. He's not going to be driving into the post, so driving into the paint. So Jaren Jackson, he probably should be able to stay out of foul trouble this game as long as Gasol is covering Jokic. And Jaren Jackson, if he stays out of foul trouble, he can get you 30 plus minutes. And if he does play, 30 plus minutes, he has a lot of upside. 40, 50 point upside at 5,900. Excellent. Next, Marvin Bagley. This might be a very low-owned play. And before he got hurt, people were all on him against, I think it was the Clippers game. And he did enough before he had to exit with his back injury. Came back, only got you 23.3. Somehow he only had one rebound, but he still got 23. And he still hit value. Next game, he was just in foul trouble. He fouled out actually in 10 minutes. And so that's a $600 price decrease from where he was at. Now you get him in this excellent spot. Chicago just gets dominated. Daniel Tice got like 52 DraftKings points. This is a great spot for Marvin Bagley. Next, Trey Lyles. I love this play. He shot 2 for 13 last game, and he still got you 10 rebounds. He still got you 28.5 fantasy points. 38 minutes. If he only knocks down like one more three, he's at like 9x. This is, again, just an obvious value play. You're going to be chalky, but you just play him. And then last, center, Anthony Davis. If he's in, he's probably going to be very low owned if he plays, and especially if Al Horford's out. Even if Horford's in, nobody can really stop AD. Nobody can stop AD on any team. But AD 10-9, this is really cheap for what he's been recently. He's been always 11K, and that means, he only needs to get you 54, 55 DraftKings points to hit value, and we all know he has like a 70, 80 point ceiling. Next, Joel Embiid, 9,800. No more 5-digit price tag for him. And we all know that whole Embiid Drummond little thing that they got going on. Embiid, he did have a migraine, so he might, he's probably expected to play, but definitely Drummond, Embiid, they've had their thing going on, and Embiid's probably going to want to really take it to Drummond this game again. So, 50 points, probably, definitely it can happen for Joel Embiid. Next, tough matchup for Nikola Jokic, but I still like Jokic if Murray is out or in, really. He's just going to have to do so much for this Denver team, and Jokic, the ball's just going to be in his hands the whole time. If you think about Denver, how well they played this season, everything's been through their stars. But now you look at how they're without Will Barton, without Millsap, without Gary Harris, and possibly Jamal Murray. That leaves only Jokic, and Jokic is the star of this team. And he's going to be the guy. And at 9,300 against Marc Gasol, tough matchup. I get it, slow pace, but he's going to be at home, and everything's just going to be through him. This is going to be a great just usage spot for him, not matchup-wise, but if he's going to be low-owned, Jokic GPPs, just fire him up. Next, again, low owned play, Miles Turner, 7K. I thought Tristan Thompson at 7,200 last time against the Wizards was just an expensive play. But if you look at Thompson, what he did, 59.8, 42 minutes, probably not going to be what Miles Turner plays, probably more 30 minutes. But Miles Turner gets blocks. And this team does not rebound at all. And Turner probably gets a double-double, gets you blocks, can knock down threes. Wizards just horrible defensively. Indiana's going to be at home. Sabonis is going to be back. He's been back, actually, but Turner, those 41 and 49-point games against Sacramento and Chicago, Sabonis was active for those games, and he still did that. So we can definitely still expect Turner to get you, 40 points, 50 points maybe upside. And he definitely has 50-point upside in this matchup. So I think low-owned play, you can definitely go Miles Turner. Again, I like a lot of centers. Montrezl Harrell, 6,700, has been playing as great recently. But, that's due to, some tough matchups. AD, Marc Gasol, Bam Adebayo. Phoenix, we all know they just are horrible. Montrezl Harrell is going to be, just really a man among boys in this game. 40, 55-point upside, just insane. And he's probably going to be very low owned. So Harrell, GPP play. And then Bam Adebayo, a little chalky, but probably with this price increase, he's not going to be that popular. But just be careful because Tyson Chandler has been locking up opposing centers. So if you want to play Bam, might be a little bit popular. You can definitely go elsewhere. Elsewhere to a guy like Wendell Carter against Sacramento. Willie Cauley-Stein, not that good of a defender. Carter, price decrease, doesn't need to do a whole lot for you at 5K. Excellent pace-up spot. Wendell Carter, great play. Probably not too popular. And then Daniel Tice, 4K. Don't expect this 54.5 game at all. Just take that out of your mind. Probably cut that in half. If Horford and Baines were to miss, definitely Tice is probably going to get the start. Play you 25 minutes maybe. Could maybe double-double, but also he is a good defender, and he's going to be matched up with AD or Julius Randle. Probably, could get into foul trouble, so do be cautious on that. But, he's probably going to be very popular if Horford and Baines are going to miss because of just how well that game he did, but really that's an outlier, so don't expect it. Next, Rashawn Holmes, 4K. If Aiden were to miss with his illness, Holmes, he is pretty foul prone, but 4K, he's pretty active. Probably going to play, 20 plus minutes because Aiden's out, or if he's out. Can definitely double-double, gets you blocks, steals, and it's just a really active player. Going to be at home. Probably can still play some minutes if this game does blow out. And then final, just Boban. If he starts, well, we all know what he does. This is Phoenix. If he starts, just play him. He's going to get you 30 plus probably. Definitely can hit you 10x. And even if it blows out, he probably still is on the court. So there you have it, the breakdown. And now I'm just going to add in some of my favorite plays as you guys have suggested in the comments. So Trey Lyles, just a very chalky play. And then I really like Donovan Mitchell, just how well he's been playing in this matchup. And then point guard, I'll probably go with Satoransky for now. And then maybe Monte Morris. But obviously if Jamal Murray were to miss. And then Randall, that's just contingent on AD for center. I mean, I really do like Joel Embiid, and you can definitely pay up for him. And then I didn't talk about LeBron, but this is a pretty good spot for LeBron too. And Miami, we all know, former team. So maybe you can possibly do that if you're going to pay up. So these 5 guys are probably the most as of now, but obviously a lot of injury news are going to monitor, so stay tuned for that. So thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe for more of these videos. Thank you. Bye.